Welcome to Mamahood After Trauma, where we stop pretending and heal out loud. I'm Emily Cleghorn, trauma survivor, cycle breaker, and mama rebuilding from the inside out. If you're ready to break cycles, trust yourself again, and rise without shame, you're in the right place. Let's go. Before we dive in, I want to introduce you to something brand new. If you love the podcast and want a deeper connection to your healing, check out the monthly Peace Pack, a small trauma-informed tool delivered each month straight to your mailbox to help you find calm in the everyday. You'll also get access to our private Patreon community where mamas like you can share, support, and learn together. Sign up with the link in the show notes. Hey there, Mama. Today, I want to talk about something that holds so many of us back. And it's that belief that I need to heal first, and then I'll be the mom I want to be. And, I get it. I've been there. Because when you see your reactions, when you feel the impact of your triggers, it can feel like you shouldn't be here yet. Like you should fix yourself first and then show up better. But here's the truth. You don't have to be fully healed to be a good mom. You're allowed to be in the process and still be showing up with love, with care, and with intention. Because healing doesn't happen in isolation. It happens in the middle of real life, in the hard moments, in the messy moments, in the moments you wish that you could redo. Because here's the thing. Your kids don't need perfection. They need connection. And one of the most powerful things you can model is repair. Coming back after a hard moment and saying, hey, that wasn't how I wanted to respond. That wasn't your fault. I'm working on this. That teaches your kiddos so much more than never messing up ever could. So just to share a little bit of my own journey with you, I want to share a story with you about a time when actually the story I want to share with you, I'm just thinking in real time here. So a few episodes ago, I told you the story. If you haven't listened to it, maybe go back and listen to it. So it was a few years ago, and my son is a screamer. He was screaming. He had reached his frustration point, and nothing was making it better. Everything was just causing the screaming to continue. And I was trying to help him out, trying to help him through the emotions until I hit my frustration point and I started throwing my own temper tantrum. And in the heat of the moment, some things happened, and immediately I knew that I was going to need to do some repair. not just with my kids, but with my husband as well. Um, yeah, monumental mess up right here in this story. Um, but we learned lessons, and so it's okay. And we are growing from it. So I knew that I needed to do some repair. So I picked up, cuddled with my kids on the couch, picked up my son, cuddled with them on the couch, and I said, you know, guys, mommy had some big feelings right there. And I did some things that I shouldn't have done. Um, if you aren't aware, I ended up kicking a hole in my laundry room wall, unintentionally, but it happened. And I said, Mummy shouldn't have kicked the wall. That was not the right way to handle my frustration. And I'm betting that that was really scary for you. Was that really scary for you? And we sat there and we talked about it for a while. And I said, you know what? Mummy is really sorry that I scared you. I scared me too. But I'm really, really sorry that I scared you. And that is just one example of apologizing to my kids. The other night I was putting my daughter to bed and I it was a rough day. Overstimulation galore. And I said, "You know what, sweetheart? Mommy had a rough day today. Did you have a rough day?" She's like, "Yeah." It's like, I'm sorry we had a rough day. Maybe tomorrow will be better. Let's try to make tomorrow better. And she said, "Okay." I said, "I bet you a good night's sleep will help." And she said, "Okay." And she crawled under her blankets and she snuggled down with her teddies and she went to sleep. And that was that. And that is so important because as moms, as trauma surviving moms, as moms who are on a healing journey, as humans, we are going to make mistakes. We are going to mess up. It is part of the human experience. And the goal is never to never get dysregulated again. The goal is to build a relationship where safety is restored after it's disrupted. Disruptions are going to happen. And I know sometimes we are so fearful that we're messing up our kids, we're traumatizing our kids. But when you build a relationship where safety is restored after it's disrupted, and your children are not dealing with these things on their own, chances are reduced significantly that they are going to be traumatized by you in just feeling human emotion. Building a relationship where safety is restored after it's disrupted is something that you can do, even while you're still healing. And if you're in that space where you're doing your best, but you still feel stuck in certain patterns, that's exactly why I've written Breaking Free. not for perfect moms, but for moms who are healing while they're showing up every single day, doing their best. Mama, you are not behind. You are not disqualified because of your trauma, because of your triggers. You are doing something incredibly hard, healing while raising humans. And that matters more than doing it perfectly ever could. If no one's told you yet today or this week that they are proud of you, that they are so incredibly proud of you, let me be that person. Mama, you are showing up in the hard, messy moments, and you are doing far better than you think you are. Keep going, Mama, because your kids are seeing the effort that you are putting in. They may not acknowledge it, but they do see it. I'm proud of you, Mama. Until next time, mend the past so you can mama in peace. Thanks for listening to Mamahood After Trauma. Take one insight from today, breathe, reflect, and keep healing out loud. Subscribe to the podcast for more stories, tools, and support. And remember, Mama, you're breaking cycles and rising with honesty. Until next time, mend the past so you can mama in peace.